Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Thursday, the 7th of July. With Robert Murray McShane's reading scheme, one of the chapters we read today is Matthew chapter 17. At the end, we have the story of the temple tax, reading from verse 24. After Jesus and his disciples arrived in Capernaum, the collector of the 2 drachma temple tax came to Peter and asked, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes, he does," he replied. When Peter came into the house, Jesus was the first to speak. "What do you think, Simon?" he asked. "From whom do the kings of the earth collect duty and taxes? From their own children or from others?" "From others," Peter replied. "Then the children are exempt," Jesus said to him. "But so that we may not cause offence, go to the lake and throw out your line. Take the first fish you catch, open its mouth, and you will find a 4 drachma coin. Take it and give it to them for my tax and yours." Now, in this passage, Jesus is making quite a startling claim. He's saying and implying that he actually needn't pay the temple tax because he is a son. He's claiming to be God's son, which a good human teacher would never do, certainly not a good Jewish human teacher. So Jesus is making a radical claim here and saying in this essence to Simon, I don't need to pay the tax. But then he says, but so that we may not cause offense, go and get the money and pay the tax. And Jesus was clear this wasn't something he was going to fight over. And it's a challenge we face as Christians, because there are times when the gospel is offensive and we need to stand on the gospel and we need to stand for what's right, despite the fact that it may be offensive. But there are other times when we needn't do that, and particularly when it affects us. We don't stand up for our rights, we stand up for the rights of others. We don't stand up because it's right for me as an individual, but for the gospel as a whole. That's where we take our stand. And here Jesus was recognizing that he didn't have to do it. This wasn't necessary. This was in essence but wrong. But he said, let's not cause offense. And sometimes as Christians, we need to have that same attitude, that we don't stand dogmatically on our rights, but we say, let's not cause offense. Let's be gentle. Let's be humble as Jesus was, and let's let things be. And so we need to discern. At times we do need to stand our rights, but at other times where there aren't critical gospel issues at stake, where it's not a matter of clear principle, we can compromise. We can go with the flow and not cause offense. So be challenged as you follow Jesus in this way, and be blessed.